Hey Divine Tribe, have you ever wanted something so bad only to be met with a big fat no? That dream job, denied. That relationship, over. That opportunity you prayed for, didn't happen. Let's be real, rejection stings. It's like waiting all week for your favorite meal, and then when you finally get it, the waiter drops it. But here's the truth, rejection is not a stop sign, it's a redirection. And today we're going to talk about how to take those painful no's and turn them into your biggest comebacks. Stop taking rejection personally. It does not define you. Think about this. Have you ever been in a situation where you really wanted something, but later realized that not getting it was the best thing that ever happened to you? Maybe you wanted a certainty, but later found one that paid more and made you happier. Maybe that relationship you begged God to save would have ended in heartbreak anyway. See, sometimes we want things that aren't even good for us. We pray for doors to open that would only lead to frustration, stress, and disappointment. But God sees what we can't. That's why He blocks certain things. Not to hurt you, but to protect you. Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. So, if something didn't work out, it wasn't meant for you. Rejection is making room for something greater. Have you ever looked back at your life and thought, wow, I'm so glad that didn't work out? Because let's be honest, some of the things we used to cry over, we now thank God for. That person you wanted to be with, turns out they weren't for you. That job you didn't get, it would have drained you. That opportunity you missed, it left space for something way better. I remember a time when I really wanted to be part of something, an opportunity I thought would change my life. I gave it my all, but guess what? I was rejected. And man, did it hurt. But looking back, I realized that if I had gotten what I wanted, I wouldn't have stepped into what God had actually planned for me. And what He had, way bigger and better than I ever imagined. So next time you get rejected, don't say, why me? Say, what's next? Because God isn't taking things away, He's making room for something greater. Isaiah 55:9 says, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Translation, God's plan is way better than yours. Use rejection as fuel to level up. You know what's better than sitting around feeling sorry for yourself? Getting up and proving yourself. There's something about rejection that, if you let it, can push you to become the best version of yourself. Think about an athlete who gets cut from a team. They have two choices. 1, cry about it and quit. 2, train harder, come back stronger, and dominate the game. Which one do you think leads to success? Even David in the Bible was rejected by his own family. When the prophet Samuel came looking for the next king, David wasn't even considered. But while everyone overlooked him, God had already chosen him. 1 Samuel 16:7 says, man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So if someone tells you no, work harder, pray stronger, and keep moving. Because your story isn't over. Keep moving and don't let rejection paralyze you. Listen, rejection only has power over you if you let it. Some people sit around for years replaying a rejection over and over again. Stop. The more you focus on what didn't happen, the more you delay what God is trying to do next. If one door closes, knock on another one. And if that doesn't work, build your own door. Jesus Himself was rejected by His own people. He could have let that stop Him. But did He? Nope. He kept going because He knew His purpose. You are no different. You have a calling. You have a purpose. And rejection cannot stop what God has already set in motion. We should trust God's timing. Sometimes rejection isn't a forever no, it's a not yet. You ever pray for something and God is like, yeah, I hear you, but you're not ready yet. It's like making microwave popcorn. You ever get impatient and open the bag too soon? Now you've got a bunch of unpopped kernels. That's what happens when you try to rush God's plan. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. That means your story isn't over. God is still working. the doors he's opening for you are better than the ones that closed. Rejection is not failure, it's redirection. Every setback, every no, every closed door, it's all leading you to something greater. Stop taking rejection personally. Look for the upgrade. Use rejection as fuel. Stop dwelling and start moving. Trust God's timing. So if life has been throwing rejections your way, stand tall, shake it off, and get ready for your comeback. Drop a "My comeback is loading" in the comments if you're ready for your next level.